So I'm here in Welland at the International Flat Water Center, which is where our triathlon, our half iron triathlon, is going to be starting tomorrow. And we're setting up our bikes just in the sort of behind the building here. This is an area where they practice dragon boat races and rowing races. And in case you hadn't guessed, it's pouring out, which is not fun. There's a garbage bag on my bike to, I don't know, try to keep it a little dry, but I had to run inside. But I wanted to show you guys what the venue looks like. If you look down there, you can actually see some bleachers where people can cheer on. So if anybody has any loved ones coming to watch them at the triathlon tomorrow, they get to sit down there. Apparently the weather's going to clear up. But it is just bananas here. Not just because of the weather. It was really windy before, but just seeing what kind of serious athletes are here. And the serious athletes ride serious bikes. These things look like spaceships. I was just drooling. I'm gonna have to get a little more better oriented tomorrow, but yeah, I just wanted to give a glimpse of what this place looks like. I wish I had better weather, but what are you gonna do? Okay, through the fence there is a very fancy Nancy Argon 18, same brand as that I ride. You don't see a lot of those. Let's see if I can get a little bit better of a shot there. It's an E112 and it's got lots of red on it. But I'm sad to say that is not the sexiest bike here. That Quintana Roo over there is pretty nice. Let's see. Some really good Cervelos. But then also the 2 times Barrelman experience winner. We had up one earlier this morning or earlier this afternoon. Need to double tap very quickly so that nobody gets to see how messy my car is. I'm just in the parking lot at the International Flat Water Center, and this is where the swim is going to take place tomorrow, and where our bikes are all set up. It's also used for very competitive kayaking, canoeing, dragon boating, rowing. And yeah, I see a lot of really fit kids here or on some kind of very competitive team, and they're just about to head out on our practice. It poured rain for a good portion of it, but what's really shocking to me is how windy it gets out here in this part of the country. This is sort of Niagara region. And apparently somebody's making some hay out of that because parts of the bike course, according to the briefing, have been damaged by heavy trucks that were carrying these big wind farm propeller blades, you know, the big windmills that make the electricity. Well, they've been installing those left, right, and center through the area apparently, and the trucks that haul those gigantic blades are not intended to be on the kinds of roads that I need to ride my bike on tomorrow. Not just me, but anybody else who's doing the Barrelman triathlon. So yeah, I really hope those wind farms benefit the environment. I'm going to leave here and I'm going to drive to Niagara Falls. I have a cheap little motel right very close to the race course. I'm probably going to be scoping from the motel as I prepare some of my race stuff. I have to get everything sorted out, and there's 3 different bags. I'll go over that when I get there. And to be honest, I'm probably going to scope like during the race. Part of me wants not to because it's going to cost me time to fiddle with the phone, but on the other hand, I don't think I'm going to be that fast. I've been at this 6 months. I want to soak it in a little bit. I want to share a little bit. I want to have some interesting scopes. Apparently the view of the Niagara Falls on the run is just spectacular, and you get to do that as you're running by it. So that would be an interesting one to just kind of slap the scope on. I'll probably have the phone on an armband, and maybe you guys can see too. Scoping on the bike has not been very successful, especially if it's windy, but who knows. I think I've had most of my burning questions about what to do with my water bottle answered, so I'm really happy about that. I'm going to have some pizza tonight and maybe a donut beforehand because I'm already pretty peckish and it's not even dinner time. Ciao. Hey, there's still some light. Yay me. It turns out I picked a very good motel. I am like just spitting distance away from the park. This is Kingsbridge Park, where I'm going to be finishing a 90-kilometer bike ride, and I just wanted to make sure that I knew where I was, and I was where I thought I was. And not only am I in the right park, and did I pick out my hotel right, you can see, I'm just going to flip this around. My bib number is 161, so I'm going to be racking my bike on this rack right here. And then, I guess I still have to figure out where the run out is. I might do that, and then it's getting dark and kind of cool, and I want to go back to my motel room and start packing and organizing my bags and stickers and that sort of thing. Setting out what some people call the flat me, where they lay out their race clothes on a bed or something like that. I might do that. It's an interesting looking park. Kind of wish we had the kids along, but 6 hours is a long time for them to wait. I wonder what that is. Some kind of tent. So yeah, this seems to be, even jog a little bit, the area where the bikes will be racked at the end of the ride. And yep, I can see, and maybe you guys can too. I'll have to get a little closer, but I think we're just going to run out here. And there's a chute going that way. Looks like there's a splash pad here. Like I said, might have been good for the kids, but it's like, again, 6 hours, a long time. And if you look, you can see the Niagara River, which is pretty cool. That's what I'm going to be running alongside. Hey, I gotta see Okay, there is, oh, it's marshy here. That was not a good idea. Over there, I wish I could zoom on this thing, is a little rainbow structure, which is the American side of Niagara Falls. Hello, my American friends. If you're watching this, shout out, give me a comment. Let me know where you're coming from. Are you right across the border? Are you right across the river? Probably not. Anyways, the other thing I have to do once I get back is recharge this phone. I'm very low on battery power. I've been scoping all day. That might work. The waiting is the hardest part. Every day you get one more card. You take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. Hey everybody, Axel from Iron Rogue here. I'm wearing my #runner t-shirt, which I got from Pavement Runner, pavementrunner.com. I don't know if he's still selling them, but if he's not selling these, he's selling equally awesome stuff. If you're watching the scope and you're interested in what's going on for Barrelman Triathlon tomorrow, leave me a comment, give me a shout. If you're watching on the replay, you can do hearts. And I've been scoping all day from everything I've sort of seen and done for this half Iron distance triathlon. So you can go back and see the replays, because if you can see this one, the other ones are only a couple hours old. Yeah, so they gave us 3 bags. There's a black bag, a clear bag, and a red bag. Black bag is what I'm going to dump my wetsuit in, and it gets left at T1 after I'm done swimming, and I think the staff or the volunteers bring it back to the end of the race. So my wetsuit's going to go in there, and I'll put that on tomorrow. So are my goggles and my earplugs. Got to grab the earplugs. Interestingly enough, I'm being awarded. The wave I'm going in is supposed to be red swim caps. They ran out of red swim caps. They gave me a hot pink one. I said I had a red swim cap, and they said that'd be great. It's got the wrong number on it. I'm going to try and get that taken care of tomorrow. So that all goes in the black bag when I'm done, and it's got my bib number on it. See, they gave me stickers for the black bag. I'm not really packing anything in there because that gets done sort of after the race. The clear bag is my post-race stuff. So when I'm done the run, it's everything I need. So what I'm going to be packing in there, in addition to a couple other things, is my Daredevil t-shirt. Daredevil, my favorite superhero. also known as the man without fear. I always wear it for like big occasions like this. I wear it for the birth of my first son, socks and underwear. And I'm gonna wear this hoodie if it's cool. This is my Canadian Down Syndrome Society hoodie. And it's really great because when I wear it out and about, every once in a while somebody will stop me and tell me that their kid has Down syndrome too, and we always commiserate. And sure enough, there was somebody actually I knew on Facebook, and she's a triathlon coach, and I believe she's doing it tomorrow, and her husband was selling some merchandise there too. So that would be about that for the clear bag. This is a race belt with my bib number on it. I've already got gels packed. This is my race shorts. They're from Rods Racing. I'm part of the Rods Racing team. Rods Racing raises money for orphans with Down syndrome who are just, there are people who want to adopt them, but the international adoption process costs so much money that, yeah, they can be willing to take on a child, but they don't necessarily have $15,000 just lying around to write a check with. And that's where the charity comes in. I wanted to wear some calf compression sleeves tomorrow because I heard that's a good way to do it. I have some 2XU compression sleeves that I couldn't find. These ones are Legend compression. I quite like them. I'm not going to wear them under my wetsuit because they're very comfortable. They feel like just like regular socks and not sort of the lycra-y feeling, but I wetsuit off, and that'll also come with me. I've got extra gels and bike nutrition in this little plastic bag, so that's going to make it along too. This is my run gear. So the red bag goes to transition 2 when I get off the bike and is waiting for me by where my bike is supposed to be racked. If you looked at the last scope, I already figured out where my bike is going to be racked. So what's going to go in there is these Mizuno Wave Rider 17s. I usually run in Sauconys, but my Sauconys are just a little beat up, and I've tried these out. They've had less total mileage on them, but they're quite light and nice, so I am going to be running a half marathon in these after I'm done biking. Pair of socks, not the socks I wanted, but the socks I wanted were not out of the wash yet, so there's that. I also have this visor. I just got my hair cut, so I don't really know if I need the sweatband so much, and I'm a little iffy about wearing it, but I am going to pack it. Other items I've got on the go are my Garmin and heart rate monitor. That's sort of for the flat version of me. Some people put that out. For the swim, I'm going to have this camp towel if I want to dry off my feet or anything like that. I already mentioned goggles, swim cap. Got a whole bunch of bike stuff over there. I didn't put it out in the bed because it doesn't really belong in a bag or need any immediate preparation. So that's about it for me. I just thought I'd show you for just a second. This is the hot pink swim cap. I hope I don't have to wear it. And these are the really cool commemorative t-shirts for Barrelman. So there's the barrel on it. And there's I thought, sponsored by Hoka One? Yeah, Hoka One. I always wanted to try their shoes. Haven't done that yet. But yeah, a really slick shirt. I like the shirts from the Recharge with Milk Multi-Sport Canada race series this year.